So you want to convert your hobby of making handmade bath and body products into a full-time business? Please watch this video till the end because I'm going to give you the step-by-step instructions on what you need if you want to start a handmade soap business here in India. I'm Shreya Sharan Pawar and I'm an online marketing coach. I work specially with women entrepreneurs to help them set up and scale their online business. And if you are someone who's interested in learning social media marketing and other aspects of how you build an online business, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. So soap making is a booming industry in India, and I can't blame you if you also want a bit of this pie, because I know this is a very lucrative, a very exciting market to be. So let me share with you what are the few things that you need to take if you have a passion right now and you want to convert that into a full-fledged business which is earning 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs plus per month. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk to you about is the mindset. The mindset that it took for you to build a hobby making handmade soaps. If you want to convert this into a full-time business, that has to change entirely. Why? Because the approach to a business versus an approach to a hobby is very different. So please be mentally prepared for this. What worked for you when you were making bath and body products for yourself or for your family and friends, that same strategy, that same approach will not work for you when you want to start scaling up and you want to start selling to more people outside your circle. So the most important thing for you is to think like an entrepreneur, think like a business owner, take decisions like an entrepreneur. What does this mean? This means that you have to commit to your business. You cannot just be interested in it. Commitment versus interest is very different. A committed person works on their business day in and day out. And I'll tell you why this is very important. Because this industry is a very competitive industry. I'm sure you yourself know hundreds of other soap making brands in India, and internationally there are maybe millions of them. So if you want to succeed in this cutthroat market, that is why you need to start thinking, acting, behaving like an entrepreneur. You need to invest in your business like an entrepreneur. So that's the first thing that I want to caution you, that if you're not ready to upgrade your thinking to that of an entrepreneur, then maybe you would still want to continue keeping your business. I mean, not as a business, but just as a hobby, okay? However, saying this, I don't want to dishearten you, because this is a very lucrative business. This business has a great potential. I myself ran a handmade bath and body brand for 8 years, and it was really amazing. Of course, it had its ups and downs. There was a lot that I learned in that business before I got into online marketing, and what I'm going to be sharing with you today is to help you so that you don't go through that same up and down that I went through in my business. Okay, so the second thing that you need to do is, before you launch a business, you need to do an extensive competitor research. Take a look at, study as many brands as you can in the market to understand how are they promoting themselves, what kind of websites are they building, what kind of content are they creating on Instagram, how are their products different from all other competitors out there in the industry. Once you study all the competition that's there in the market right now, you will be able to identify a gap in the market, okay, a place in the market which is not fulfilled. And that is something that you need to start thinking about, because now as a business owner, your focus cannot just be making products that you like. You have to create products which are needed by the market, which the market requires, for which there is, like I said, a gap in the market. Okay, so study your competition, speak to industry experts. This is very important, because this is what will help you understand the nitty-gritties of the business. Next, identify your target audience. Now, a target audience is a unique set of people that you will serve as a business. If you try to serve everybody, if you have this mentality that my products can be used by everybody and hence I will keep it open ended, everybody can be my customer, that does not work. So please take this advice very, very seriously, that you need to zero down, understand who your target audience is, what are their likes, what are their preferences, what are the problems that they are facing, what are their desires, what are their demographics. Only when you understand all of these will you be able to create a business which can cater to their requirements. If you fail to understand this, you will never be able to connect with them emotionally, you will never be able to really serve them, and that is going to leave you in a limbo because nobody can relate to you, nobody will end up buying from you, and that is not something that you want. Okay, this is one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're starting a business, and that's why I'm cautioning you about this right now. Next, your focus should be on building a brand. Now that you've identified who your target audience is, it is very important for you to start focusing on the brand building aspect of your business. So, what is the difference between having a business versus having a brand? Very simple. Your brand is the personality of your business. Your brand is the values that your business has. Okay, so let me give you an example of this by showing you two different brands of bath and body products. One is Marv Essentials, the other is Aura Handmade Bath and Body Products. Both of them are my students inside the Womenpreneur Academy. However, if you go ahead and take a look at their brands, I'll put the screenshots of those. You will see how different both of them are. You can see how Marv Essentials is a very minimalistic brand. It's an entirely palm free brand. Look at the photography, the way that they represent themselves. Everything is very unique, and look at the attention to the detail here. Okay, the designs, how everything is placed, everything is very, very minimalistic, right? Now let's take a look at another brand in the same industry. This is Aura Bath and Body. This brand is run by Shri Priya, who is also a student of the Womenpreneur Academy. And what I want you to notice here is this brand is skin positivity and neutrality. So their entire content, if you go study their content, it's all about making you fall in love with yourself, in being non-judgmental about your skin, right? And that is what the entire focus is. The brand values of both of these brands are very, very different, and that is what helps them stand apart, even though they are competitors, but they have a very different target market. Okay, so I'm giving you an example of this because I need you to understand that you can have multiple different approaches to building a brand, even if your industry is extremely competitive. I want you to go and study these brands in detail. Go take a look at the social media content that they are creating and how it is in sync with their brand values. Okay, next, you need to decide what is going to be your product mix. What I mean by product mix is finalize what are the products that you are going to be curating. What types of soaps, what types of, say, maybe you decide to do some scrubs, creams, lip balms. So define all of those and make sure that they are in sync with the brand values that you had decided. When you are doing this, also figure the pricing out. Now, do you want to be a premium brand? Do you want to be a low price brand? Based upon the brand values, you need to decide upon your prices as well. Now, when you're looking at your product mix, the another thing that you need to keep in mind is your packaging, because your packaging has to also be in sync with your brand values. Now, say for example, you decide to be a brand which is eco-friendly, then using thermocol, using plastic in your packaging will not go in your favor. Okay, I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to say. So that is why it is very important for you to define your brand first and then define your product mix, your packaging, and your price points accordingly. Okay, so go take a look at most eco-friendly brands out there. You'll see that they have very eco-friendly packaging. They are, the labels and all will be designed in a very unique way. If you take a look at Marv Essentials that I showed you just now, they are a very minimalistic brand, and you can see that being reflected in their packaging as well, right? So all of this is thought out in advance. The next thing that I wanted to think of is your shipping. Okay, and there are two things that I need you to plan out. Your shipping partners, how are you going to be delivering your products to your customers? Okay, so who are the logistics partners that you are going to tie up with? Are you going to tie up with a single logistic partner, or are you going to tie up with like an aggregator, something like ShipRocket? So that's very important, because the products that you're selling are delicate, and the shipping has to be done very, very carefully, which brings me to the second point, that shipping also includes packaging, right? Like the dabbas that you will be sending stuff in. So again, that is something that you need to give a lot of thought. Are you going to brand it? What colors are you going to use? What are you going to be stuffing inside it? Again, going back to the eco-friendly example, if you claim to be an eco-friendly brand, then you'll need to look at eco-friendly packaging, even for your couriers, right? Like you can't be using thermocol and all, which is non-biodegradable. These minute details are what make you stand apart from everybody else. These minute details are what help your customers get in sync with you, to know that what you, okay, yes, this is a brand which has the correct values, which has the right reason for being in existence. Okay, I hope this is making sense to you. The next thing that you'll need to start looking for very aggressively are your suppliers. Most of the time when people start off, they find very local suppliers who generally are selling you raw material and packaging at very expensive rates. Now, if you want to earn profits in your business, you need to ensure that you are finding suppliers who are reliable, from whom you are able to get products on wholesale rates, even if it is in bulk quantities, because this is what will help you when your profit margins increase in your production. That is what will help you scale up, because that profit margin is what you can reinvest into your business to take it to the next level. Okay, that is why please do not ignore this. Don't just go for the first supplier that you find. Put in a lot of legwork, find wholesalers, try to go to the source to find suppliers. So say for example, you're using lemongrass essential oil. Okay, don't just buy it online from Amazon. See where is lemongrass essential oil being manufactured. Go find manufacturers in that region and then source the oil from there. That way you will make sure that you are getting the best quality raw material, that so that you can create the best quality products for your customers, and there are lesser middlemen in the middle. So overall, the cost of your raw material will go down. The next thing that you need to focus on is your business compliances. What I mean by that is, what are the business registrations that you need? So the first registration that you will need is a Udyam registration or a sole proprietorship registration if you are a single business owner. If you are launching your business in a partnership, then you will need to launch something called a LLP. Okay, a limited liability partnership. So just understand this. This is very, very important, because after you do your sole proprietorship registration, based upon that, you will get your GST registration and you will get your trademark and copyright registration. Now, what is a trademark and copyright registration? Very simply, a trademark and a copyright is for your brand name, so that nobody else can use the same brand name. Now, before you even finalize your brand name, I do recommend that you work with a trademark attorney and you get a public trademark search done to ensure that the brand name that you are choosing for your business is available. Because क्या होगा if you don't do this right now, अगर आप अपना brand name अभी search नहीं करोगे, so maybe few months later, few years later, you might, somebody else might register that trademark, and then you will be forced to change that trademark, or you might end up creating a brand on a name which is already trademarked, and then you may end up facing a legal issue. So please safeguard yourself against that. I have because I interact with a lot of women entrepreneurs, I see this happen very often, that people just launch a business, they launch a brand without doing this one very important thing, which is your public trademark search. Now, how do you do a public trademark search? I am not an authority on that. I'm not going to go ahead and cover that, because that is something that a trademark attorney will help you do it. It's going to be a very minimal cost thing, but please go ahead and do it, because that's going to save you a lot of headache in the long run. Okay, the next thing that you need to start working on is building your systems. What do I mean by systems? The systems that you need to have for your business is, first, you need to have a website. The second system that you need to work on building from day one is your email list. Now, most people ignore this and they just focus on building their Facebook page or their Instagram account. But there's one golden rule that I need you to keep in mind, that the money is in your email list, not in the number of followers that you have. Okay, because an email, the database of people that you have, the more you will be able to grow your business. Or the number of followers does not really get you money, but the larger the size of your email list, that is directly proportional to how much you are making. Now, inside my paid coaching programs, I have detailed trainings on how you launch a list, how do you create, how do you get people to sign up for the list, how do you keep nurturing them, all on autopilot. I'll talk about that a little later. But what I want you to start working on is, first, create an email list. You could use any platform. My favorite platform is MailerLite. I'll share the link for that in the description below. You can go ahead and get started with that absolutely for free. Last step that you need to focus on is building your influence. Now, here you need to set your social media profiles across all platforms. Block your brand name on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, wherever it is that you decide to be. Okay, so if you are not sure how to start an Instagram account from scratch, go ahead, watch this video that I have created. This will really help you start your Instagram account with all the instructions that you will need, and so that you don't end up making very critical mistakes that people make when they're starting a new Instagram account. The second thing that you need to work building your influence is working on a very solid content plan. So what kind of content you should be creating? The 3 E's that you need to follow. Either your content should be educational, empowering, or entertaining. If your content cater to any of these 3 E's, that is what is going to help your followers relate to you. And only when you're creating this kind of value-based content, this is what is going to help your followers decide whether they want to finally go ahead and buy from you or not. Now, I'm explaining this to you in a nutshell right now, but if you would like to learn more about branding, content creation, how do you plan all of this, go ahead and join me, register for my next free live training, which is a 90-minute training in which I will be able to cover each and every aspect in detail, so that you will be able to know what exactly are the steps that you need to take in your business. I hope you found this video useful and that you got a lot of concrete tips that can help you get you started on your business journey. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. Also, hop on over to my Instagram, because I share a lot of content on a regular basis there. Small content, pieces of content that you can start applying to your business from day one. My passion is to help other women entrepreneurs build their business and live a life of abundance. And if you found this useful, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and be there when I release my next video. Till then, please take care. All the best from my side, and when you do launch your business, let me know so that I can go ahead and cheer you on. Till then, bye, take care.